Do we get a bit of collarbone in? Oh, that's good for a weight loss video. I am officially starting YouTube. Throughout the past like 2 or 3 years, I have posted core memories on YouTube and I've never really taken it seriously. I thought as my first proper YouTube video, I would do how I lost 40 pounds in about 6 months without restricting myself and being realistic. You know what, Charlie? You fucking love... Am I meant to swear on here? I don't know. I just thought, you know what, Charlie, you absolutely love making videos. I do TikTok, and I thought, you know what, let's bring it over here. Let's do some long form content. And also, I have a lot to share, like absolutely fucking nothing. No, I do have stuff to share. I lost 40 pounds this year, literally over a course of like 6 months mainly, without restricting myself. That is something to share. I was still eating Domino's. I was still going on cruises in that buffet every single day, getting 2 large pizzas every day on those cruises. I was eating Subway. I was eating triple carbs some days. Yet I still lost weight because a lot of people feel like you can't eat carbs. You're gonna have to ignore the random sirens now and again. I'm right by a police station. Like a lot of girlies especially feel like they need to fully restrict themselves whilst losing weight. And I feel like it's so unrealistic. It also can be very unhealthy. And it, like, when you restrict yourself, it makes the time of the weight loss go by so long. Like, it takes forever to lose weight when you're restricting yourself. And this is from a girlie who also knows nothing about the gym. I don't even know what rep is, if that gives you any hope. And at the start of the year, I didn't even really understand the calorie deficit. Growing up, I was always like a pretty average weight. I've got to say, like, I feel like I was always like a size 10, maybe sometimes size 12 in the bottom half, but really I fluctuated between a size 8 to size 12 my entire life. And then I met my ex-boyfriend, and let me just tell you, the time when I met my ex-boyfriend was when lockdown came around. So the whole lockdown, the me and ex-boyfriend, the coming out of lockdown, and there was eat out, help out. As well as me and my ex-boyfriend, I also started a job as a Domino's delivery driver, and let me just tell you, they love to give you free food. So I met my ex-boyfriend, I started as a Domino's delivery driver. If I have hairy armpits, also don't look. And I got my driver's license and got a car. The combination of boyfriend, food, and not walking anymore was definitely the reason why I gained 5 stone in 2 years. So let me just tell you what gaining 5 stone in 2 years does to you. It knocks your confidence so much. Pretty sure one of the reasons why I broke up with my ex-boyfriend is because I was so insecure. I didn't want to go near anyone. I would not go swimming. If I did, I would literally cover myself in a massive t-shirt. All I wore was massive hoodies. My hoodies would nearly touch my knees sometimes. And I would just wear leggings. And I was quite good at hiding my weight. So when I lost my weight recently, everyone was like, but you weren't that big before. And then I showed them pictures of me like behind the scenes, showing everything. And they're like, oh, well, you hid that quite well, didn't you? But I feel like a lot of my weight was in my face. But I think where I made like a lot of new friends in the last few years, they just thought I had a rounder kind of face. Like I couldn't even walk up a flight of stairs. So I just felt like really unhealthy, and I just felt very insecure. Like going clothes shopping was the worst thing ever. Like going into Primark and a size 22 wouldn't even fit you. It would fit my ankles. Honestly, I just never wanted to go shopping. When my mum would be like, let's go swimming, should we go to swim pool? Because there's an outside swim pool about 20 minutes down the road from us. So I'd be like, no. And I'd have to think of some excuse why I didn't want to go swimming. And of course I wanted to go swimming, but I didn't want everyone to see me in a bikini and see like how I've got myself basically. I just felt embarrassed, which I shouldn't. But I did. And that's the end of it. I just felt embarrassed. I felt insecure. I just didn't feel like myself. Whilst all of this was happening, I knew I'd gain weight, but I didn't. Genuinely thought the scales were broken. I would step on scales and be like, they're broken. It's the flooring. And I took pictures with other people, and I was clearly so much larger against so many of my friends. I was like, oh, like, it's just because they're really small. I genuinely thought I was probably like a size 12 still, but all the clothing sizes had been mucked up in all of the stores. My scales were wrong. Everyone else was just really slim, and I was an average build, and that's why I looked bigger than them in all the pictures. When actually in reality, I gained 5 stone, and I refused to acknowledge that. I just blamed everything. And then when me and my ex-boyfriend broke up, I was so confused why like guys weren't swarming over me. I was like, come on, like what's going on? And I just thought I looked the same as I used to. And you know what? They still should swarm over me, no matter what size I am. Absolutely. Like, look at me. I'm don't you want a piece of this? I just started to realise that actually the girls that would say they're plus size, I was actually the same size as them. And I was like, wait, I'm actually plus size. And I was like, vape break as well. Okay, cool. We're back on it. So randomly at the end of February, I was like, you know what? Let's lose weight. I don't actually know how I suddenly came to a conclusion one day at the very end of February this year. It was like the 27th of February, and I was like, let's fucking go. Learn what a calorie deficit is. Right, let me explain. This is all estimated and approximately. This is not your calorie deficit. This is not how much you should consume, because it's different for every person due to their weight, due to their height. I think it's even due to like where they're from, like if they're British or if they're Caribbean or if they're mixed. It's due to so much how much you exercise. So this is all a rough estimate. You can find out your exact calorie deficit on the website TDEE calculator, and that'll be your personal one, because if you do someone else's calorie deficit, you might gain weight. You might be eating too much. Their calorie deficit is going to be different because they're a different weight and height to you. Approximately, a girl burns 2,000 calories. That is just by being alive, maybe walking to the shop, making your food. Just by being alive, you burn 2,000 calories. If you then eat 2,000 calories, which will be your maintenance, it then makes it 0. It's cancelled each other out. You've burnt 2,000 calories just by being alive. You've ate 2,000 calories. It's cancelled out. Nothing happens. You don't gain weight. You don't lose weight. Let's say calorie deficit. You still burn 2,000 calories. You're not doing any excess exercise. You're just still living and breathing and just going to the shop and making your dinner. Now you're going to consume 1,500 calories. You are minus 500 calories. If you then burn 3,500 calories, that will make you lose a pound, approximately. See that minus 500 calories that's just going along there? If you do that 7 times, you'll lose a pound in 1 week. Let's say we add a little bit of exercise into it. So you're still eating the calorie deficit, which is 1,500 calories. But now you're going to burn 500 calories every single day. You are now burning 2,500 calories. You're eating 1,500 calories. 1,000 calories left over. You do that for 3.5 days, you lose a pound. Does that make sense? I don't really know. At the end of February, I started eating in a calorie deficit, and that's all I was doing. I wasn't going to the gym. I was doing absolute fuck all. I was just eating in a calorie deficit. And I'm pretty sure I did that for all of March. So that is 1 month of my weight loss. And then I booked a solo cruise. If you don't know from my core memory videos from before, I go on solo cruises. I go on solo holidays. I love a holiday. And one thing that made me feel really insecure was walking around a cruise ship in a bikini, my ass hanging out, and it just felt flubby and there was no ass. I'm on holiday to have fun, not to think about how my body looks in a bikini. So anyways, I called my mum and I was like, Mother, I just booked myself a solo cruise. And she was like, okay, so you know how you're already doing your weight loss journey? You've been doing that for 1 month already, just on the calorie deficit. She didn't say that exactly, but let's just summarize. That's what she said. She was like, why don't you go to the gym and that will just add a little bit more. And I was like, okay, Mother, you've got a point there. So in April, May and June, those 3 months, I did a calorie deficit as well. And I incorporated the gym. But when I say incorporated the gym, I don't mean I was doing these crazy gym things at all. I literally mean, I have a gym downstairs in my uni accommodation, by the way. What I did was go downstairs on a treadmill. I did 10 to 20k steps. There was not a set amount I did every single day. There was not an incline I did. There was not a speed I did. I just did whatever I felt like. I just made sure I hit 10k steps minimum a day. And if I could reach 20k, brilliant. If I couldn't and I could only reach 15k, great. If I could only reach 10k, fantastic. I just had to hit 10k steps and do a calorie deficit nearly every single day. It wasn't every single day at all, because I had a lot of treat days, and this is where the restrictiveness, the non-restrictiveness comes in. In between all of this, I would still enjoy myself. Let's say if I went on a little caravan holiday, I'm eating food there. I'm putting my frozen stuffed crust pizza in the oven. I'm going to get a full English. I don't care. Say I was going to the cinema. I'm getting that popcorn. I'm getting the chocolate. Let's say when it was Easter, I think I ate loads of cream eggs. All of March, I was just on a calorie deficit. April, May and June, calorie deficit and 10 to 20k steps a day. Enjoy myself if I went to cinema. Enjoy myself if I went out for a meal. Got that melt in the middle chocolate pudding. And the next day, after I enjoyed myself, I just got back on it. Literally, I just balanced it out. But when I say I enjoyed myself, I don't mean I enjoy myself like 3 times a week. I mean, let's look at it like this. Week 1, maybe I just fully ate in a calorie deficit. Then the second week, maybe on Tuesday I had a birthday, so I ate normally throughout the day in my calorie deficit, and it got to night time, scrap the deficit, enjoy myself. Wednesday, I get back on it. Maybe that's Saturday, I'm going to cinema with my family. I eat normally throughout the day. When I go to cinema, enjoy myself. Let's say another week goes past, I have no other things to look forward to. I just eat in a calorie deficit. Say the week after, the Love Island finals on. I ordered myself a Domino's one night. Next day, I just get back on my calorie deficit. So when I was eating the calorie deficit, I was not restrictive at all. I enjoyed myself when I needed to enjoy myself, but I didn't have like a treat Saturday, because then if Saturday comes along and I don't fancy a treat that much, I just force myself to have a treat. What's the point? Like, why did I need that treat? I didn't really need that treat. But let's say Tuesday comes along and my friend says, hey, let's go out for brunch. If I had that treat Saturday, I might be hesitant to have brunch out on the Tuesday. You know, I didn't like having set treat days. I just did it when it felt right. I didn't have a set amount any month. I had it when it felt right. And when it felt right was when maybe I went to cinema, went out for dinner, there was a TV show I was watching. I don't know. From the very end of February, so basically the start of March until June, I lost 30 pounds just doing a calorie deficit and 10 to 20k steps a day. That's it. Went on holiday in June. I went on a cruise, and then I think I might have gone to Cornwall. So I was off the calorie deficit, and I was come back, and I'd try to get back on the calorie deficit. It didn't really work. I'd try to go to the gym, and I would now and again, but it wouldn't really work. I'd be like, let's get back on the calorie deficit. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm in the calorie deficit. But I wasn't weighing out anything, because with a calorie deficit, I have these little scales. You know, like, they use like the little scales. They're like, those are the scales I had, and you know what, they work a treat. Literally just put like your jar on, let's say it's iced coffee, let's say it's empty, yeah, you put your scale to 0 and you pour in your oat milk, and then it comes up with, let's say, 180 ml. And then with MyFitnessPal, which is the app I use to track all my calories, I would scan the carton of oat milk, and then I'll put in 180 ml, put it on MyFitnessPal, and put in the calories for me. And I'll do that all throughout the day. I'll show you some examples. Let's calculate my calories for the whole entire day, and yeah. So I use MyFitnessPal the whole entire time. It's also a free app. 3 months, I wasn't doing any weight loss. I would try for like 3 days, and then I'd be like, oh, fuck it. Really enjoying myself this summer. And you know what? Fucking slay to me. Did I have a meal plan? I absolutely did not. And also, how did I choose my meals? I literally just ate what I enjoyed. For instance, one of my favourite meals became a jacket potato. But not just a jacket potato. You make that jacket potato however you want. Sometimes I'd have a jacket potato with mascarpone sauce and pasta on top. Maybe a little bit of broccoli. You think, oh Charlie, you can't do that. That's double carbs. And also you got like cheesy tomato sauce of it. I still lost 40 pounds. Don't listen to anyone when they say don't eat carbs. I still lost 40 pounds. Enjoy your carbs, girlies. We love a carb. You could sometimes maybe like make a summery jacket potato. So I'd like salad on it with light mayo. Remember, mayo, all of that, all your condiments, ketchup, mayo, olive oil, butter, all of that is part of your calories in your calorie deficit. Let's say if you don't count your butter, your full fat mayo, your olive oil throughout one day, that could be like 500 calories. I'm not even fucking with you. Do you know how many calories that shit is? So many calories. Change the light mayo, 1 calorie spray, light butter. Most of the time I didn't even use butter, honestly. I'm not that much of a butter girl. I loved a jacket potato. I would load up potatoes with anything. And homemade fries, homemade wedges, even roast potatoes. You can do that low calories. 1 calorie spray in an air fryer. Done. My meal inspo, most of the time it just like came to me. I'm just obviously such an imaginative girl. Wait, this hand's getting tired. So yeah, I'm just such an imaginative girl. No, but sometimes I would go on TikTok and I'll literally put calorie deficit meals, and there'll be loads of meals. How did I track my steps? I literally just have, which I don't have on right now actually, it's dead, currently on the floor over there actually. I use an Apple Watch. You just put it on and it just counts all your steps of the day. I feel like phones aren't that accurate. In September, all of my holidays are finished. I'm kind of like a spring, summer holiday girl. I do some throughout the winter, and I was back to uni and I was like, right, I want to get back on my weight loss. I enjoyed my summer. I've already lost 30 pounds this year. I've done fucking fantastic. What's 30 pounds? I think it's about 2 stone. And randomly at the end of September I went, I'm going to start the 75 hard challenge, which I'm also going to do a full video of, because this video will be so freaking long if I do everything in one video. I don't know what got me started, because I tried to do 75 soft in 2023 or the start of 2024, and I failed after like 10 days. But basically it consists picking a diet and stick to it. That could be maybe the carnivore diet if you're into that. You might be in a calorie surplus, which is basically when you want to gain weight. I chose calorie deficit and eat 80-20. So calorie deficit, as you guys know now, is where you lose weight, and eating 80-20 is basically 80% well, 20% a little bit of treats. And then 2 45-minute workouts. Originally it was 1 inside and 1 outside, is what the original creator made it. I live in the UK. Let me just tell you, if I try to do one of the workouts outside, most of the time it's raining. So tell me what I'm going to do. It's either walk or run. It's very limited my options. So I just did 2 45-minute exercises wherever the hell I wanted. But I did things like go to the gym, maybe I just went for a walk. I attempted to run, but I didn't really stick to that for much. Also do ice skating. I'm not good at it, but I still went. I started pole fitness at the university. You could go swimming, you could do dancing, you could do anything. You could literally just dance to your room, do TikTok dances for 45 minutes. That's a workout. I also chose to do 10k steps every single day within the 75-hour challenge. This is not a 75-hour challenge rule, but that's something I did. Progress pictures, a gallon of water, which is absolutely horrendous, 10 pages of a non-fiction book every single day. Spoiler alert, I completed it. The 75-hour challenge is a bit of a weight loss thing, but it's also like a mental challenge to be able to get more discipline, to be able to incorporate habits into your everyday life, to be able to get more of a routine, and to be able to, I think it takes 21 days to make something like a habit. I just wanted to test myself. How did I manage to stay motivated? I was not motivated. Motivated is a feeling. I need to summarize this quickly. Motivated is like, okay, you know that excitement. You wake up and you're like, oh my God, I'm so excited to go do this, but then it can wear off. That's like motivation. It's like watching like a Victoria's Secret model catwalk video. And you're like, oh my God, I'm so motivated. Let's go to the gym and I'm really excited and we're going to fucking smash this. And you're on the treadmill for an hour and you're feeling good. And then 20 minutes later, you're like, oh my God, this is so freaking boring. Let me get off. That's motivation. You had motivation for that hour. To have that motivation, since February? For the start of the year, I was doing 3-4 months of constant weight loss, and at the end of the year, just over 2 months of constant weight loss. You think I had constant motivation for 6 months? That is insane. It is a feeling that comes and goes, motivation. Discipline is what I had. Discipline is basically me being like, you're gonna do this, you're gonna smash it, you're gonna stick to it, you've got this, I don't care if you can't be bothered, just go down and you're gonna do it. What kept me disciplined is the end goal. Me not wanting to cry in the change rooms anymore, me wanting to feel better, me wanting to feel fitter, me wanting to be able to go, oh, let's take the stairs today, instead of absolutely feeling like I'm gonna pass out right then and there. Me being able to go shopping and pick up loads of clothes and going, oh, this is nice. Me not lying about my clothes size, because I'd constantly say, oh, I'm just buying oversized clothes because, I don't know, it's more comfy, but actually I just couldn't fit into like a size 10, a size 12, a size 14. I'm just buying oversized because it's comfier. No, I just couldn't fit in it. I was motivated, disciplined, because I wanted to feel better, I wanted to feel fitter, I wanted to be happier, and I just knew that it was just a constant thing I was thinking about. I felt like not a day would go past ever since like I gained weight about thinking about, I want to be skinny, I want to feel good. Like every single day I'd be like, oh, imagine if I was this size, I'd feel so much better. How I stayed motivated some days, let's say right at the very start when I couldn't be able to go to the gym, so there was no progress at that point, I had a bunch of before photos and videos, and I would lay in bed and be like, oh, let's just skip the gym today, and I would just stare at my before videos, and I'd zoom in and I'd look at it, and then I might potentially cry. And then when I did, I'd go, let's get my ass downstairs, let's go on the treadmill and let's fucking do this. I feel like I had to be quite mean to myself now and again to get myself motivated, and when there was progress, I'd make so many progress videos and photos and comparisons, and I would just watch those all the time. Even on the treadmill, I would just watch them on the treadmill, and that kept me motivated, disciplined. It just kept me going. So I was like, look at that difference in 14 days. Imagine the next difference in a week's time, and then 2 weeks after that. And every single week I would just compare the weight loss difference, because most weeks there was a weight loss difference, and weeks when there wasn't a weight loss difference, I just knew the next week there'd be a crazy difference. It worked. How do you stay disciplined? It's hard to say how do you stay motivated, because no one's going to hold, like, the real truth is no one's going to hold your hand during your whole entire time of weight loss. And that's the truth of it. You could say, oh, come on, please keep me accountable. I was so honest, no one cares about your weight loss journey that much. No one cares about it that much. People care when there's results, but people don't care until there's results. And then when they do care, when there is results, they only care for about 10 minutes, and that's really it. You've got to care. If you don't care enough, you're not gonna do it. It's all gotta come from you. But also, if you feel like you can't stay motivated right now and you can't stay disciplined, it just might not be the time for you to lose weight right now. Like, I never thought randomly at the end of February I'd go, come on, let's do it, let's fucking do this shit, let's lose the weight, because what the fuck, that was so impulsive of me, and I actually stuck to it. I've tried to lose weight so more times than I have fingers and toes, and just a random day I chose to do it and I stuck to it. And I just don't think in the past I wanted it bad enough. I think the idea of me losing weight was actually better than me doing it. I just like the idea of it. The idea of it wasn't good enough for me to actually stick to it. When I've had a treat day, how did I get back to the calorie deficit and all the exercise the day after? This is going to sound so simple and obvious. I just did it. I woke up the next day and I went, yep, yesterday was absolutely amazing. I love that Domino's. I love that buffet. Okay, so anyways, this morning, let's get my MyFitnessPal app and let's scan my 0% yogurt. Let's have my grapes and that. And I would literally just get back to it. As simple as that. Yesterday was yesterday and today is today. And that was it for me. I literally just That day, this day, back on it. And if you gained a pound, let's say from going on holiday, so did I. I gained 2, maybe 3 pounds throughout the whole summer, just going on holidays, cruises, buffets. And then when I started 75 hard, I just got back on it. And it was easy. It was literally as easy as that. It's like, that was summer, well and good. And then I lost that, 2-3 pounds in like a week or two. How often did I weigh myself? So I feel like weighing yourself can be quite like a subject. I weigh myself every single day, I'm gonna be honest, sometimes twice a day. And the reason behind that is I get asked a lot of time, like, should I just weigh myself once a week? Weight fluctuates. I do an example of like fluctuating and why I weigh myself like every single day, because I may miss my little, like, my mini milestones if I weigh myself once a week. Let's say if I weigh myself every single Sunday, let's say I'm 180 pounds. It's Sunday and now I'm 179 pounds. Whoop whoop. And the next Tuesday I actually go down to 177 pounds. Your period, or I don't know, you're just being a human being and your food may just weigh a bit in your stomach and you haven't shat it out yet, or you've got a lot of water weight on. Then it gets to Sunday and you're 179 pounds again. But you've weighed yourself Sunday, so you didn't see a mini milestone. Or was it on Tuesday when you was 177 pounds? Your weight loss journey will go like this. Do you know what I mean? It is going down like that, but it's going to go like this. And if you weigh yourself every single Sunday, you might accidentally be weighing yourself when it spikes up. Who knows? And I can't explain why it keeps spiking up so much, but I'm telling you, it does. Was the gym hard to start? I don't really do anything in the gym. I did my 10k steps to 20k steps for the first few months of my weight loss. And during 75 hard, I actually made my way around the gym a little. Did I do much? No, I picked up some dumbbells. I copied some YouTube things, doing some of these. I don't really know what I was doing, and I did a bit of that, but I never really did anything crazy in the gym. I still don't know how to use a squat rack. Maybe next year. Just go in there and try your absolute best. And also a treadmill and dumbbells. I did that. Didn't know what I was doing. Had no routine. Still lost 40 pounds, didn't I? It's mainly about the calorie deficit and not about gym. Trust me. Did I count protein? No. Cravings and snacks. Personally, I don't have many snacks in my kitchen. If I did, I would eat them all in a heartbeat. So I had low calorie snacks. I had things like popcorn, Skinny Whip bars, little packets of crisps. I got a lot of snacks I don't want to reach for loads, like popcorn. Love a bit of popcorn. Am I going to sit there and eat 5 bags of popcorn? No, I might have 1 or 2, and if I do, it's like literally less than 100 calories because they're like low calorie snacks. Skinny Whip bars, they taste like Mars bars, some of them, so yummy. But will I eat 3 in one sitting? No. But if there was Mars bars in my cupboard, actual real Mars bars, would I eat 3 in one sitting? Potentially. If I kept yummy snacks in my cupboard, I would eat them all. So I just didn't. Do I feel better? Yes, but do I feel better right now? Because I think I've been speaking for an hour. No, I don't feel better. And also I'm absolutely starving right now. And you know what? I'm off my calorie deficit now because it's Christmas. And I can't wait to dig into that cupboard. I have so much food. I didn't stick to my I don't buy snacks this food shop. It's my first food shop after finishing the 75 hard challenge. And my freezer, cupboards are gorgeous. No, I do feel a lot better. I feel a lot more fitter, a lot more healthier. I don't cry. I haven't cried yet in the changing rooms for negative things. I've cried positively in the changing rooms. So I feel like this summer I could go swim with my family at the public outside pool. I could walk around on the cruise boat without a massive top over my bikini. I feel so much more fitter, healthier, and I don't also have a constant crave for like takeaway, which is really nice. I actually thoroughly enjoy having like a summery jacket potato. And finally, what next? So this year I've lost 40 pounds, which is just under 3 stone. Next, you've also got to ignore how many times I've been looking everywhere else but the camera lens. We move. First proper video. Next year, I would love to lose another 2 more stone. And then, I don't know, get toned, get a bum. I don't know. I have no clue. I'm going to try some challenges. I'm going to maybe do 75 soft, get back on the calorie deficit, get steps in. I don't know. Slow and steady wins the race. I'm going to enjoy myself. I've got a little getaway in January booked, so I'm going to enjoy myself during that. There's no rush. There is no stopwatch on when I need to lose the weight. I'm just going to do it slow and steady. And this is just a message for all my girlies that feel like they need to cut out carbs, cut out chocolate, cut out anything yummy. You don't have to. Just eat in moderation, eat in a calorie deficit, have your treat days now and again. You're going to the cinema, you're going out for a meal, it's your friend's birthday, you're watching the final of a TV show you love, order that Domino's, have that melt in the middle pudding, have that macaroni cheese, and then the next day get back on and do your calorie deficit. You don't have to know what to do in the gym, just walk on the treadmill, put an incline on, walk faster, run if you want to, I don't care. Honestly, it would just come off. I don't know how, but it did. And never did I think I'd be the person giving weight loss advice. Like, honestly, Who would have thought? From a girlie that gained 5 stone in 2 years to now I have gone down 40 pounds, which is just under 3 stone. Hopefully another 2 more to go. Fingers crossed. Anyways, I'm gonna go make some food. It's been lovely talking to you. So that is how I lost 40 pounds. Okay, I'm hungry. Bye.